Hi, this is James Jeng with Old Capital, and today we have Jakob Andersen with Newmark Knight Frank. And today we're going to be talking about Sunset Heights in Fort Worth, Texas. Jacob, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, James. It's a pleasure always to be featured on your podcast.
So maybe start off with a little bit about yourself and your firm, and then we'll jump into the deal.
Absolutely. So again, my name is Jakob Andersen. I'm the Senior Managing Director with Newmark Knight Frank in Dallas. We oversee for Newmark Knight Frank the multifamily brokerage side of basically North Texas. I'm focused in the DFW area, so Fort Worth, Arlington, Dallas, and all surrounding municipalities. We do about $1.5 billion to $1.8 billion in production a year, and seeing between 60 and 80 deals a year.
Great. So let's just jump into this deal that you recently listed called Sunset Heights.
Absolutely. So Sunset Heights is our latest listing. It's located in Fort Worth. It's located right off Hewlin and I-30, just west of downtown Fort Worth. It is a 90-unit asset built in 1970. It's got a very good unit mix, averaging about 811 square feet per unit. It stays very full. It has stayed here the last couple of years, right around from 96 to 100%. And I think the reason for that should be found right below. You're looking at $741 rents a month, which comes out to 91 cents a foot, which is extremely affordable for Fort Worth, DFW, and especially this location.
To jump into this location, so I put up some aerials here showing sort of its location and what's close to this deal.
Absolutely. So on the first slide here, we can see Dallas or Fort Worth downtown in the background. So that gives you an idea of how close it sits to downtown, and also the highways going around it. You have I-30 just north of it, and you have the new Chisholm Trail tollway going just south of the asset. What makes this particularly interesting is as much the retail you're seeing coming up in the area. You're sitting walking distance to Essential Market right off I-30 to the left of the property. And as you can see on the other side of Chisholm Trail, you have a retail center with Apple as one of the retail anchors. If you switch over to the other side, we're looking southbound here, and you can still see Chisholm Trail tollway winding its way through. Just on the other side of Chisholm Trail tollway, there's a big master development that's ongoing. It's a mixed-use development where you're seeing shops like Neiman Marcus going in. You're also seeing new multifamily going, whatnot. A huge economic driver for this particular area and Fort Worth in general.
Yes, I mean it's right where everybody wants to be, and I mean very rarely do you have. I mean, did you put the walk score for this deal, or was it like 60 or 70 or something?
We
It's
actually
pretty high,
did.
yeah.
We actually put a walk score, and I think it might be one of the first, I would say 1970 deals we have put a walk score on. It's 59, and
Right.
obviously it's rare that you can find this type of assets with these types of rents in place in walking distance to Essential Market.
No, that's great. So let's pull up some pictures of the asset and maybe talk about, this. When did the seller buy this property, and what have they done so far on the asset?
Sure. So the transaction history on this here is that the current owner has bought this asset about 2.5 years ago. He had been actually tracking this with a local investor that had owned it for a long, long time. And the day came and he was a seller, and he was ready to transact on it. Now, since he has owned it, he has gone in to take care of some of the maintenance that needed to be taken care of. But he has not really repositioned the asset like we have seen a lot of the neighbors they have done. So on this slide here, you're seeing the office. It's nice. It's clean. It sits right next to the pool. You can see below. The pool, I would say, for a 1970s asset, is in very good shape. We're seeing a lot of them being filled in. For a location like this, I think it is important that it does have these types of amenities, especially if you're starting to present a higher class unit, that it actually's got some amenities such as a pool. The interiors to the right, we're seeing a picture of one of the bedrooms, a little bit of the bathroom, and a kitchen. And as you can see, this is very classic. Not much of it done. They have white appliances. Some of the cabinet fronts, they have been exchanged, but that's more out of need. But a true upgrade program, this deal has not seen.
Okay, and then maybe talk about some of just sort of the systems in the asset.
Absolutely.
And sort of what you know about them so far.
Absolutely. So this deal here on the mechanical side, it is controlled by individual electric heat in each unit and a centralized chill system. There are 2 units to the chiller. One was replaced in 2011. The other one I do not have an age on.
Okay.
On the hot water, you have 4 boilers that service the property. 3 of them, they have been replaced within the last 2 years. And again, the third one, I do not have the exact age on.
Okay, and then how's the seller managing this deal right now?
So right now, the seller, he is using a third-party management group to take care of it for him.
Okay. Okay, so it's a good size. Two employees. It can run pretty well just with 2 employees.
Yes.
There. Okay.
Yes,
Great.
it can.
And then okay, so we talked about 90 cent a foot rents. Seems low, but then how's our competitors doing in that little submarket there?
Absolutely. And this is where I think the story gets interesting, because if we go through here, we picked up 8 comps just around this asset. Now, I will highlight 2 of the comps just due to their proximity. This is number 3, Hewlin Park Place Townhomes, and number 5, Slate. These assets sits Slate being adjacent to the property, and Hewlin Park Place Townhomes sitting 2 blocks behind the property. These 2 assets, they have both received upgrades. And as you can see here, they are receiving a big jump in rents in comparison to Sunset Heights. You're looking at right across the street, sitting on $884 for a unit that's 674 square feet large. And that comes out to $1.31 versus Sunset Heights that sits right around 91 to 93 cents.
Okay, so you're seeing probably about a 20% jump in rents if you were to take it all the way up to that level. And I pulled some pictures. So Sunset Heights is over here on the right, which we saw earlier. And then what are they doing to sort of garner those rents at Hewlin Park Place and Slate?
Yes, and this here is what we outlined in our offering memorandum to give anyone looking at this a better idea of what is exactly around this property. So we can start with Hewlin Park Place. You're seeing on the top a picture of the kitchen, and then a bathroom, and then the living room. At Hewlin Park, they went in with stainless steel appliances. They went in with new cabinets, and they have also done granite or quartz countertops. In comparison, if you're looking at the Slate, they have done an upgraded countertop, not granite. They've done the backsplash. They've done black appliances. They have upgraded the cabinets and the lighting package. And that trend basically follows into the bathrooms, where again, Hewlin Park, they have new vanities, and where at Slate they have put new hardware, framed mirrors and whatnot.
So at Sunset Heights, I mean, probably 4,000 to 5,000 a door. You think will get maybe not all the way up, but bring sort of that classic up, so that they can sort of push rents to where these properties are just below these properties.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
that is the safe bet. It has been
Okay.
proven over and over again in the stock market. And as you can see, it depends of really a new owner on what they would like to do. They can go higher than that. That has been proven too. But it's very safe to say that 100 plus is very achievable within that pocket.
Okay. So, that's where the meat of this deal is. And so I put up your pro forma. So it's sort of the current P&L, we have about 780,000 in net rental. And you think, if you come in, do some of these interior upgrades, how far do you think you can take rental income sort of on an annual basis?
Yeah, so we perform it, and this is built in with the interior upgrade potential, and as you can see up there, it's about 4.8%. So we are looking at the total net rental income to
Right.
go up right about above 900,000, to be precise, 934,000.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, you have the ability to really increase the rents by $150,000 and also drive that sort of to the bottom line of the NOI. So that's uh that's pretty rare, I would say, in today's market to find a deal like this. So, um, so we looked at it sort of two ways. I guess before we jump into the debt, Jacob, anything else specific about this deal that people should know about?
I would second that point. Now we do a lot of deals, and we love these deals when we get them, because when we say the word value add, it can means a lot of things in this market, and
Right.
sometimes it can get very thin. Now here we're sitting on one that where you're seeing true value add. The comps are sitting right across the street, and you're seeing the whole neighborhood increase around you. So it is a deal that can hold a lot. The execution for a new group might vary a bit, but the fundamentals are so strong of what you can do on the value add side here that I'm very excited about bringing this to market.
Perfect. So there's really two ways to look at this deal. I mean, you're whispering a price of about $8 million on this deal, right? And we got the deal sized up just sort of. I mean, the deal's full. I mean, it's 97, 98% occupied. But Fannie Mae, the way they're going to look at it, they're always going to use about a 5% vacancy on the deal. And so when you look at net rental of 780, other income essentially at T6 annualized, and then we drop in our standard expenses in terms of management fee, 3%, G&A, advertising, professional, 350 a door, payroll of 1,000 a unit, and then T12 for utilities and water, and then 600 for R&M, and then 350 for insurance. And then we brought taxes to about 60% of the purchase price on this quote. You get to about 416 on your net cash flow. And so that gets you a loan of about 5.8 million on Fannie Mae Green program, which is about 4% right now, and anywhere from 3 to 5 years of interest only. And so I think it's important to look at this deal and say, all right, does that work based on the current economics? And so you're probably sitting at 72, 73% of purchase price on an agency loan just based off of where the rents are today. And some people have, whether it's 1031 money or larger equity checks, that agency loan is going to work for them, and they're going to take a little bit more conservative approach on the debt. We wanted to present also a bridge loan aspect because of the upside in rents. So $8 million purchase price, same purchase price, but you're looking at maybe $500,000 to 750 in rehab. So if you add that on top of that, we've gotten bridge loan quotes at anywhere from 75 to 80% loan to cost, 30-day LIBOR plus about 320, and then so it'd be a 3-year term, 2 1-year extensions, and it'd be IO for the full initial term, and then 30-year AM during extension. So some people are going to come in, do a bridge, and then on most bridge loans, it's about a 1% prepay. So once you get the asset stabilized, 18 to 24 months now, you can come back with an agency loan at that time. So it's up to you as the investor, what is sort of your risk tolerance for taking on a bridge loan and deciding how to move forward on the deal. So Jacob, this deal has been out for about a week or two. Have you guys set a call for offers date? What's the best way for people to reach out to you and set up a tour?
Absolutely. So we have we actually sent it out. I believe it was last Friday. Time
Okay.
flies quick.
Yeah.
So we have had it out. Just we're coming up on a week here, so we do not have the actual date, but we are aiming to have offers due mid-August. I would not wait with touring. We have seen a lot of stuff happening also before we get to that date. So if interested in touring, I would definitely get on the calendar and come out and see the asset. I can be reached at my direct line, which is 214-420-3106, or you can email me on the email that's on this slide.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, Jacob.
Thank you so much.